Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to the medicine where wisdom is the cure. Children of God, do you see this? I don't know if you can see it clearly. These are seeds. These are mustard seeds. They look like mustard dust. I've had them so long. These seeds are about 19 plus years old. I keep them in this old Bible. And I have taken them out 200, maybe 300 plus times within the 19 plus years that I've had them. These seeds, it's like family to me. I hold on to them for dear life because whenever I'm going through, whenever I feel that I'm being tested beyond my strength, I take these seeds out. And I remember what God said. It only takes this amount of faith, this amount of belief, one seed, and it restores my hope, it restores my peace, it gives me purpose, meaning, motivation for the journey, to continue the journey. I'm not sure what you all are going through today, what you've been going through. But these seeds remind me about the last time. You know, the last time I was in trouble, or the last time my faith was tested, my belief questioned by myself. These seeds remind me. If you got through the last time, you can get through this time. I remember when I was divorcing my husband. Been married once, divorced once. And my son and I, we were going through paperwork, my oldest son, trying to clean up some things because I was departing from the house. We found receipts and all kind of bank statements. This brother was hiding money left and right, putting it in the bank, hiding it. I remember my son said, "Mama, what we gonna do with this?" I said, "Baby, give me a couple of those receipts, a couple of those bank statements, because when I show this to your father, he's, number one, going to deny it. And I just want to have some evidence. But in the meantime, I want you to pray for your father." You see, the relationship that he had with his father was important to me. It was more important to me, even at that moment, because we were separating. But because I left, I didn't want my son to leave. Now, I realized that I didn't love my husband anymore. We had grown up from high school and grew apart. And over time, people outgrow one another. So I had come to understand that that was happening. That is what was happening in our relationship. But even at that moment, even after I found out that you over there hiding money from me, the ride or die. See, I didn't get the memo that once you separate from somebody, that you have to totally try and destroy them, destroy their reputation, scandalize their name, hide money from them, steal. I didn't get the memo. I still haven't gotten that memo. So I told my son, I said, I want you to pray for him. Because if he is at this state or this point in his life, he needs your prayers. See, it was important to me to keep my son's image of how great his father was intact. I needed that to stay intact. Because regardless of how I felt about the thief, I love my children and I like to see them happy, and their father makes them happy. So I didn't want to ruin that. How do you get to a point where you ride or die with someone? You see that this person is building and they're struggling, and you see their struggle and they see your struggle. You know their weaknesses, you know their strengths, and they know yours. How do you get from being dedicated, honoring that person, to all of a sudden, and I'm not going to say all of a sudden, it took years to get here or to get to that place. Get to a place where you no longer want to share. You no longer want to build with them. You no longer want to see them prosper. Was it always there? It's just my opinion. I think it was. But I couldn't make myself try to destroy him and scandalize his name and build or break down his character. I couldn't get to that point. I still don't want to get to that point, even though I do not enjoy his presence. But I know that this individual was someone in my life that was important at the time God needed them to be. What I'm trying to say to you is this. At one of the most shattering, life-changing moments in my life, I had these seeds. And I kept believing that because I had these seeds and faith in God, that I could get past that situation. And I have. I've gotten past that situation. And I'm just thinking about when I was in court and the judge said, you know, what are you asking for? And all I wanted was my freedom, my name, and my peace. Everything that my ex did or said or tried to do, it was evidence that he was going to have to explain to the Most High. I don't want to have to stand before God and explain why I did something wrong to someone out of emotion, why I felt, the need to try and tear someone down or break their life or break their spirit or their soul. I don't want to have that conversation. I have a contract with the Most High. And that contract kept me believing that if I can get enough faith that I'll get through this. And I want to remind you guys today, you can get through it. You can be victorious. Don't hurt anybody. Okay? Love you much.